What's up everyone, my name is Marie, welcome to my channel and welcome to another speed build. So for today's video, as you can see, I actually decided to record a voiceover with Facecam because why not? It's just something a little bit different. I really enjoy doing this, so I might be doing this a little bit more often from now on. But it's also because it's a very long video. The footage is over half an hour long. So yeah, this house, it just took me forever to build. So I figured, you know what, since this is going to be such a long voiceover, I might as well just do it with Facecam because it's fun. So I really hope that you enjoy this. Let me know if you do, or let me know if you enjoy voiceovers without Facecam because it's good to know. But anyway, for today's build, I am building in the world of Brindleton Bay, as you can probably tell, and I'm building a traditional farmhouse, or at least that's what I was going for. I was going for that really, not necessarily outdated, but a little bit older looking house, a little bit more of a traditional looking house, or at least it looks traditional to me. I tried to go for that look and feel. It might not be traditional to you. I think it kind of depends on like what you're used to, what you know, where you're from maybe. But to me, and as far as The Sims goes, I think that this house is actually pretty traditional looking on the outside as well as on the inside. I was really going for that farmhouse type. Well, actually it is a farmhouse, obviously, but I was also really going for that farm type furniture on the inside of the house, but you'll see that once we move on to the inside, it's all fine. But yeah, that's kind of what I was going for, and I really like how this house came out. For the facade of the house, I was looking at a picture that I found on Pinterest, so I kind of let go of that picture quite soon, though. I was just looking at it to just get inspired, so I was taking some inspiration from it, and then I just kind of made it my own. I did not have any pictures of the back of the house, and I think the facade and just the overall shape of the house is a little bit different than how the picture looked. I don't even quite remember. But yeah, still, it's kind of a big house. It's not too big. I could have easily turned this into a generations family home, but I decided not to do that because I have been doing quite some generations family homes over the past few months. So I decided, you know what, I'm just gonna turn this into a, I guess, regular family home, but you could easily turn this into a generations home if you wanted to, because there is, well, there are 3 bedrooms upstairs, and then there is an office area downstairs, but you could easily turn the office area into an extra bedroom, and then you could move the office to either the landing area or one of the bedrooms upstairs or in the hallway downstairs. Like, there is plenty of space for that, so you could easily turn this house into a generations home, or at least give it an extra bedroom if you need one. But I decided to just turn it into a 3-bedroom, 2-bedroom house, so there is no like en-suites or anything fancy like that. I figured, I don't know why, but I feel like all the like older houses that I have been to, all the older homes that I've ever seen in my life, they don't have an excessive amount of bathrooms. So I figured, you know what, this house, they're not gonna have plenty of bathrooms. Like, there's no gonna be like fancy en-suites or anything. There is just a family or a shared bathroom upstairs and a shared bathroom downstairs. And then that's it. And then there's a laundry room off of the kitchen as well. But that's not a bathroom, obviously. But yeah, I figured 2 bathrooms would be enough. I was thinking that this house was for 4 Sims, so I think that 2 bedrooms or 2 bathrooms for 4 Sims is enough. That would be, I think that's fine. I don't know. I think that's fine, but that could just be me. But you can really see the house come together, the shape of the house, the window situation. I went for all the matching windows from, I think they're actually from Pets, or not Pets, Cats and Dogs. They're from Cats and Dogs. And then I combined them with a couple of base game windows with like shutters. And then initially I was planning on using those windows from Laundry Day, but you can see that I swapped them out for the base game ones. I really like the Laundry Day windows and I don't always get to use them. because they're for medium wall height, and I don't know, I don't really use medium wall height that often because I don't really like it. But for this house, I needed the ground floor to be on medium wall height, otherwise it just looked really weird. So that gave me an excuse to actually use them, so I really wanted to, but then in the end, I don't know, I didn't really like them. They were a little bit too modern for my liking. So I just swapped them out for the good old base game windows with the shutters, which I always think are really pretty as well. So yeah, I really like the matchy-matchy window situation. It makes sense for this house. And yeah, as you can see, I'm building it on a bigger lot in Brindleton Bay. It's a 30 by 30 if I'm not mistaken. I could be wrong. I always get my lot sizes mixed up. I can't really see the sizes, like I don't really know, but I feel like this one is a 30 by 30, so it's quite big. And as you can see, the house does not take up all of the space. It takes up a good part of the space, but not everything. So this house has a nice backyard because it's a farmhouse. So I gave them a garden, like an actual garden area with like crops. Granted, they're not real crops. They are the debug crops from base game, I think. They might be from Cats and Dogs, but I think they're from base game. But you could easily swap those fake crops out for real ones if you wanted to. And then I also created a little orchard. There is a lot of like fruit trees in the backyard. So yeah, it's actually a little farmhouse minus the farm animals because we don't have those in the game. Yes, I am also one of those simmers that would love a farming pack. I would love it. I would love to have like little sheep or cows or like goats. I don't really know, but I would love farm animals in the game. I think that would be a lot of fun. I have no clue if we're ever getting those. I mean, maybe not, because I feel like it's really difficult to like create that. I don't really know. I don't know anything about game development, but I can kind of see that, I can kind of understand that creating actual farm animals for the game would be a lot of work. So yeah, I don't know how realistic that is, especially if you want more than like one type of animal in a game. I feel like that's not really possible, but I don't know though, like I don't know anything, I don't know. So it might be possible. I would love it. That's all I'm gonna say about it. But yeah, there is an excessive amount of landscaping around this house, which is also one of the reasons why this video is this long, because the landscaping took me forever. And I also played around with the, what's it called? Terrain paint for quite some time. I didn't record all of it. I did not even record all of the landscaping, but it just took me forever. I think that building this house took me up to 5 or 6 hours in total. So that is an extremely long time. I know, which is kind of crazy because the house is really not that big. Like I explained, it's only 3 bedrooms, 2 bathrooms. So it's not that big. It's spacious, but it's definitely not like a mansion or anything. But it just took me forever. I am just an incredibly slow builder. I don't know how people build houses this size so fast. I just don't understand. If you're one of those people that builds very fast, please tell me how you do it, because I can't do it. I try to go fast, but then I just end up being very stressed out, and then I'll just go back to taking my sweet, sweet time because I'm playing this game for fun. Like, I want it to be fun, and sometimes I find myself being stressed because I feel like I'm taking too long on a build, which is crazy. So then I'm always like, you know what? No, we're not gonna do this. I don't care how long it's gonna take me. I wanna have fun with it, and then I'm fine. But I am just such a perfectionist when it comes to building in The Sims. Like, I am so extremely nitpicky about everything. Like whenever I'm recording my videos, when I'm recording my builds, I pause my recordings like every few minutes. Like every single time I have to pick a piece of furniture. Not every single time, but most of the time. Whenever I have to pick out a piece of furniture, I'll pause my recording because it just takes me forever. Like I can't make up my mind about a side table. Like I don't know. I am so nitpicky about those things, which is kind of annoying sometimes, and I should be a little bit more chill about that. I am trying to be, but I am am just such a perfectionist, and I don't know if that's something I can change. Maybe it is, maybe it's not, but yeah. I also just really like my homes to turn out exactly the way I want them to. So yeah, that's probably also why it takes me this long. But you can see that we've actually moved on to the interior of the house. We'll get back to the rest of the backyard later. But I also skipped over the me figuring out the floor plan. I didn't even bother recording that because figuring out the floor plan for this house took me a solid 45 minutes to an hour or something. I am not great at floor plans. I don't know how people do it. I am just not really that great at it, especially houses this size that, like, for my standards, this is a pretty big house. I usually do small houses, but this one actually turned out to be decently sized, so it's quite big. And I always want the floor plans to make sense, but then again, at the same time, the shapes of my houses don't really ever make sense because I focus way more on the exterior of the build than I do on the actual interior of the build when it comes to the shape of the house. So I just build whatever I think looks good on the outside, and then I move on to the inside, and then whatever I have to deal with is what I have to deal with. So the shape of this house is really strange. So I figured out the floor plan, but it just took me forever. However, I do like how this came out. As I said before, I was trying to make this house more traditional, or, well, what I think is traditional. So I wanted everything to be a little bit more closed off. I thought that would make sense. Usually I like to go for open floor plans, even when I am building homes that are supposed to be a little bit older or outdated looking. I'll always go for the renovated look and feel, and I'll just go with the storyline that the house had been like recently renovated and all the walls have been removed and the floor plan is way more open concept and stuff. But for this house, I wanted it to be more traditional and closed off because I feel like traditional homes always have a more closed off floor plan. Maybe that also has something to do with like keeping in the heat inside the rooms or something. Like, I figured that when this house was built, maybe there wasn't like central heating or anything like that. So maybe the house used to have like fireplaces in every single room. There's only 2 fireplaces left though. There is a fireplace in the living area and in the study, but nowhere else. But I figured, I don't know, just having a closed off floor plan makes sense. Like, when it comes to keeping the warmth inside of the house, inside of the rooms. I don't know, I'm just rambling about this. I don't know if this makes any sense, but that's just kind of the thoughts that were going through my mind when I was creating the floor plan, figuring out the rooms and stuff like that. But yeah, you can see that we've actually moved on to the living room. The living room is really small compared to, I don't know, just the size of the house in general, but I like it. It's really cozy. It's a very family-friendly room, and it has a big fireplace. It has a nice television as well, and I'm not keeping this brown carpet. I will be swapping out the flooring for a very outdated or at least older-looking hardwood floor for all of the rooms, basically. I tried to go for carpet, but I couldn't do it. Like, I did keep carpet in the bedrooms, which I never do that, so I was really proud of that. I never go for carpet. I just don't like it. I don't like it in real life either, so that's probably why. But yeah, here you can see that I actually swapped out the flooring for a hardwood floor that I think looks a little bit more fancy and just a little bit more, I don't know, a little bit more older, I guess. I don't know, but I like the look and feel. And I was going for a very soft color scheme in here. You can see that I went for the powdery pink curtains in here, and then that light gray couch and the beige chair, and yeah, combined with the darker wood colors. Not all of the wood colors match in this house, but I like that about it. Like, I kind of like the like mismatched look and feel for all the like older furniture pieces in the house. So yeah, there is, like, the wood tones, they're all darker, but they don't all match, and I was really enjoying that. And I actually placed a chess table in the living area, and I'm really excited about that. way more excited than I should be probably, but I don't know. I just like it. And it probably has something to do with the house, with the fact that the house is older. So back in the day, they probably didn't have a television. Well, they obviously didn't have a television, and I feel like that chess table has been there for a very, very long time. And I don't know, I like that idea about that chess table being a very old piece in the house that they have just kept through the ages, because it belongs to the house and it looks cool, and it has the living area has like that perfect little nook for it by a big window, and I just really enjoyed it. And as you can see, I also placed down a dog bed because I figured this family would have a dog. Initially, when I was starting on this build, I was thinking that this family would have a lot of animals. They would have a couple dogs, also a couple cats. But then later on, as I was furnishing the house and kind of thinking about like the family a little bit, I don't really have an excessive like storyline or anything, but I figured that this family, they would probably have a family dog, like that one dog that is very friendly and loyal, and it will follow you around everywhere. And it's just that one family dog that they have. Like, they don't have any other pets, maybe in the future, but for now they just have that one dog that is probably also already kind of old, I feel like. But it's really like that farmhouse type dog, if you know what I'm talking about. I thought that would be so cute. So I placed a couple of dog beds throughout the build because I figured that the dog kind of goes anywhere you go, basically anywhere one of the Sims or the Sims in this house go. So there is a dog bed in the living room, because I feel like whenever the family is hanging out in the family room, the dog is there too. And then there is a dog bed in the entryway, in the big hallway that you enter into when you first walk into the house. There's a dog bed there, and then there's also a dog bed on the landing area, so that the dog has like different places to sleep. Wherever the family is, he is going to choose to lay on the bed that is closest to them, I guess, what I was thinking. But yeah, that's basically all I have for the storyline for the family, which is really sad. I realize that, but I have been slacking on like coming up with storylines and personalities. I don't know what it is, but it's taking a while and it's kind of frustrating. But yeah, I'm in this little rut, I guess, when it comes to storylines and personalities, and it's really sad. However, for the dynamic of this family, I was thinking 2 parents, a teen, and a child, and you'll see that once we move on to their bedrooms as well. But I figured just 2 parents, and I don't really know what kind of jobs they would have. Obviously, they're very much into gardening, so maybe they have like a little gardening shop or store somewhere in Brindleton Bay, or maybe they have a vet clinic or something. Because I feel like these people are pretty wealthy. I mean, their house is really big. However, it's probably a family house that has been in the family for generations. As long as the house exists, basically, it has been in this family. That's kind of what I was thinking. But still, I feel like this family, they're not poor or anything. Like, they have a little bit of money. But yeah, obviously they're very much into gardening, but maybe they have like a gardening store, or maybe they sell their crops or whatever. I don't really know. And then I feel like the kids, well, like I said, there is a teen, and they're not like an older teen. They're not going to college soon by any means. They're a younger teen. And then the kid is also a younger kid. Like, they're not going to high school just yet. Like, they're not there yet. So that's kind of the ages that I was thinking of, I guess. I don't really know though, but I really like how this house came out, even though I didn't really have a very specific storyline in mind. As you can see though, the house has, like, I totally talked over it, but the house has this formal dining area that I really like, this formal dining room that I feel like they don't use all the time. They only use that formal dining room when they have like guests coming over, or for the holidays, or when they're having like family or friends over for like a dinner party or whatever, I feel like that's when they use the formal dining area. There's also like a bar in there, so you can definitely have like your parties and stuff in there. And then this is the actual kitchen, and then there is a dining room in the kitchen as well, which I figured is more of like the family kitchen. Whenever someone is cooking, someone else can be sitting at the dining table or at the bar stools by the island counters. I also figured that the dining room and the kitchen is probably the spot where the kids will be doing their homework most of the time. Like they can also do that in their bedrooms because I gave them desks. But I feel like if they don't want to sit isolated like in their bedroom doing their homework, that's how I was as a kid when I was younger, at least. I always liked to be downstairs sitting at the dining table whenever I was doing my homework. So yeah, I figured it was that way for this family as well, because I think that they are really like, they're family people. Like they really like spending time with the family, being surrounded by family, doing work in the garden together as a family. I figured that that's the kind of family that lives here. You can see that this kitchen is actually quite luxurious. I gave them a very nice little coffee bar because I thought that that was nice, and I definitely have the space for it too. I think that now that I'm looking at this footage, the kitchen is actually my favorite room of the house. I really like the color scheme in here. It's very cool toned, like it has a lot of gray and white and light blue. But then I created that contrast with the darker brown in the dining table and in the cabinets and in the cupboards and stuff. And I don't know, I just feel like this kitchen is very cozy. It also has two like very big windows, which I think is really nice. So that's where I located the table basically, and I just placed a couple plants in here and also a dog bowl, of course. I didn't forget that, so you should be fine there. And here I was just cluttering up the kitchen a little bit. I didn't record all of me fiddling around with the countertops, but I was having a tough time with figuring out the counter situation. So I have yet to playtest this house. It could be that I put it so that the counters aren't really accessible. However, I feel like I left one countertop free of clutter so that your Sims can use that to actually cook and chop things and stuff. But I have yet to playtest this house. Like I literally just finished this, so yeah, if it's not functional, I'll make sure to fix it before I upload it to the gallery, obviously. So you should be fine there if you want to download it. But yeah, I have yet to playtest it. You can see that the stove is like kind of in between those two end pieces of the counter, if that makes sense, if you know what I mean. But it's not naturally like that because I wanted the stove to be like underneath the window, but it was kind of off center. Like I just couldn't do that with the counter situation, so I had to shuffle it around a little bit. But it looks good the way it looks, I feel like. So yeah, I have to playtest it and I'll fix it if it doesn't work. But yeah, I hope it works. But yeah, the kitchen is basically almost finished. And then off of the kitchen, there is this laundry room that I really enjoy. I feel like that makes sense for the floor plan. I think that that is my favorite part of this floor plan, is the laundry room and the kitchen combined. I don't know why. It's just a laundry room. It's nothing special. It's nothing fun. It's just the spot where you do the laundry, but it just feels so realistic to me. And I like that it's off of the kitchen as well. I feel like for an older house like this, it just makes sense. I don't know. I like it. The color scheme in here matches the one in the kitchen, I feel like, perfectly. This room, however, feels a little bit more modern, a little bit more recently renovated. Probably has something to do with the color of the shelving units. They're light wood, and I feel like that always feels a little bit more modern to me. So maybe those shelves and stuff are just a little bit newer, just recently placed. I don't really know, but I feel like that makes sense. And yeah, it's just a very small room, so I didn't mind the more updated look and feel for this room that much. It's only a laundry room, so it doesn't really matter that much. But yeah, that is pretty much, I think, already going to be it for the downstairs, or the first floor of the house, or however you call that, the ground floor basically. Oh yeah, there is this full bathroom downstairs as well. Like I mentioned before, there are only 2 bathrooms in this house. They're both full bathrooms, but this is one of them, and this one has the shower tub combination. So if you want to bathe your dog or your toddler or whatever, there is a tub in the house and it's downstairs. And then I think the other bathroom is upstairs, and I don't think I actually recorded that. But that one only has a shower. But instead of showing you screenshots at the end of the video, I think I'll be doing a little real-time tour of the house. I'll just show you the house because I also skipped over the floor plan. So I can kind of understand that it's a little bit difficult to follow along with what exactly I'm doing. So yeah, I'm just going to go ahead and give you a little real-time tour of the house so you can look at it from a different angle and it makes a little bit more sense. But I'll show you the other bathroom. It's only a bathroom, it's nothing special, but it's there. So I figured I should show you. But yeah, this is the 2nd floor of the house, and there is actually quite a spacious landing area. So like I said before, you could easily turn this into a study if you wanted the study downstairs to be a bedroom. You could easily do that. I just decided against it. I thought that this was a nice little, just a general area with a bookcase and a couch and the dog bed, as I said before. And then this is the master bedroom. No fancy ensuite or anything. I figured that wouldn't suit the house that much. So yeah, this is the master bedroom, and I think I really like the color schemes I went with for all of the bedrooms. They're a little bit different than what I usually tend to go for, I guess. Especially the teens bedroom is very bright, or just not necessarily bright, but very vibrant. Well, you'll see that later. I really like the color scheme in the parents' bedroom as well. It is, I don't know, the blue and the green combined. The teens' bedroom is also very blue and green, so it kind of matches in that sense. It's just a little different looking. The bedroom is not that big. I didn't have a lot of space in here. But yeah, I like the way that it came out. And yeah, like I said, you can see that there is also a dog bed on the landing area. And by the way, speaking of pets, this is very off topic. This has nothing to do with the house, but maybe it's fun to talk about, for me at least. So I love cats. This has nothing to do with dogs, but I love cats. I've always had cats. I grew up with cats at my parents' house. I love them. They're my favorite animals. I love cats, and I haven't had one ever since I moved out of my parents' house about 10 years ago, I think. But I've never had a cat of my own because it didn't really make sense to have one at the time. But me and my boyfriend, we really want a cat. So we're on the lookout. We're on the hunt for a cat. We're looking to adopt one. Could be a kitten, could be an older cat, doesn't really matter. We just want to provide a good home for a cat that needs one. So we have been on the lookout for a cat, but we decided, you know what, we really want to get on this. So what we did, we ordered a whole bunch of things. I don't know if you can see it, but behind me right there, I have a cat tree. I just got that in the mail like an hour ago, and I quickly put it together because I'm so excited. So I have an actual cat tree in my living room right now, and it makes me so happy. It's ridiculous, I know, but it makes me so happy. And we also got a litter box. We got a couple of food bowls, and we got one of those like travel baskets. I don't really know how to call that, but we basically just want to be ready to go and pick up a cat if we can, because we're subscribed to this website where people can put up their pets for adoption, maybe because they're moving or maybe because something changed in their family dynamics and that stresses out the pet or whatever. It could be any reason why the cat needs a different or a new home, but these people, they can just put up their cat for adoption. So we are subscribed to that website, and I created a little searching profile and stuff to be, to just look for a cat basically. And every morning they email you a list of new matches on the website, of cats. So every single morning I open my email and I see this new website of there is 5 new matches, or there is 1 new match, or whatever, however many. But it's so much fun. Like, it always makes me so excited whenever I wake up in the morning to just check my email and see if there's any new cats up for adoption that maybe could be perfect for us, you know? So yeah, it's just a little rant. But yeah, I don't know. I'm so excited. So I got a cat tree. It's right behind me. Now I just need a cat. And I feel like it's not going to take that long anymore because we're ready. Me and my boyfriend, we are ready to be cat parents. We want one really, really bad. So yeah, that's my little rant about cats. But I'm very excited for this like change in my life, I guess. I don't know. I feel like I'm being so like extra about it. But yeah, I don't know. I'm so excited. Speaking of cats, this kid, we moved on to the kids' bedroom and I gave them the bed swatch with the cats on it from Cats and Dogs. And this swatch is my favorite one of this bed. I love it so much. And I feel like this family, they only have a dog, but I figured the kid really wants a cat as well. So they're that kid that like asks for a cat for their birthday every single year. And I feel like at one point, they will be getting a cat for their birthday. I feel like the parents, they will give them a cat because, well, obviously they have the perfect house for a cat. So yeah, I feel like the kid, maybe their next birthday, they'll get a cat or something. But yeah, they're just really obsessed with animals in general, but also with cats, and they really want one. So yeah, I figured that would be really cute. I didn't give the teen or the kid their own like computer or anything. I did give the teen a laptop, or not a laptop, a tablet, because I figured maybe they got that from school or they need that for school or something. But I feel like these kids, they're not very tech oriented. They don't really use computers that often. I feel like they really take after their parents in the sense that they like to spend time outside, because that's probably also just how they were raised and what they're used to. They just love spending time outside. They love doing some gardening. They love walking the dog, just spending time outside in the garden or anywhere, basically. I feel like that's what these kids are into. And they're not very like tech oriented, I feel like. So yeah, that's that for the storyline for the kids, nothing special. But that was actually already it for the inside of this house. So we moved on to the back porch of the house. I placed a woodworking bench because it just suits the house. And I put it on a porch. I don't know, it's nothing interesting, but yeah, I just placed it there. And then there's a couple of outside bins. There is no like proper dining area. I mean, I did place down this little 3-seater dining area, I guess. But it's just more of like a little table. I didn't really give these people a grill either. You could easily place down a grill if you wanted to, but I just kind of, I don't know, I didn't really think about it, I guess. I didn't really think it would suit this house. I don't know. I feel like a grill would suit any type of house, but I just didn't place one. But you could easily do that if you wanted to. And here you can see that, yeah, I placed down those crops from the debug menu that you could easily swap out for actual crops. And then I created a little orchard and then just some extra planter boxes. So you can do a whole bunch of gardening in this room if you wanted to. If your sim is into gardening, this is the house for them. Like, it's perfect. And I also placed down these beehives, or whatever you want to call that item, bee boxes. I don't know, but just the bees, basically. I placed them down. And also Patchy, because I think Patchy helps you with gardening, if I'm not mistaken. I am not that much into the gardening skill for gameplay, or at least I haven't really played around with it very much. I feel like you need a certain level of gardening for Patchy to come alive. Maybe not, I could be wrong there, because I don't know. But I placed him there anyway because I thought it was cute, and yeah, it just made sense for this house. And yeah, I went crazy with the landscaping a little bit more, as you can see. There's plants surrounding the whole house, so yeah, I did go crazy. They're all free plants though, they're all from the debug menu, so it doesn't add to the cost of the house. Speaking of which, I have no clue how expensive this house is. I think it's extremely expensive. I didn't use a lot of electronics in this house though, so that should reduce the cost a little bit, but I feel like this house is going to be very expensive. I don't know how much though. We can take a look at it in game in a little bit, because I'm actually really curious now. But I feel like this is already pretty much going to be it for the house. I'm just decorating the front porch a little bit here. But yeah, let's hop into the game and I'll give you a tour of the house. Alright, so here we are in the game and this is the finished house. I think the front of the house is my favorite. I love it so much. There is, like I said in the speed build, an excessive amount of landscaping everywhere and a non-functional car, but I like it so much. And yeah, this is the finished backyard with a nice little orchard, a whole bunch of planter boxes, crops, and everything to just make it look like a farmhouse basically. But let's quickly take a look at the inside and at the floor plan. So you enter into this very spacious hallway area. There is a place to like hang your coat and put your shoes, and there is a mirror and stuff like that. And off of the hallway on this side, there is the kitchen, the very spacious kitchen with the table and the coffee bar. And off of the kitchen, we have this laundry room, as you can see. Then here off of the hallway, there is the formal dining area with a bar and yeah, just a very large dining table basically, where you can have like family parties or whatever sort of parties or dinner parties. And then off of the hallway, there is another little hallway that leads you into this living area. It's really small. It makes no sense to have a house this size with a super small living area, but I don't know. I like how it looks. I think it's cute. I think it's a cozy room with like a TV and a fireplace and a bookcase and a place for the dog to sleep and a chess table, like I mentioned. And then here we have the actual office area, which I kind of turned into a skill building area as well, because there is a easel in here, as well as a computer and some bookcases and a fireplace tucked in between those bookcases. I think that looks so cozy. I don't know if you should light up this fireplace because maybe you'll have fires. I don't know, but maybe you should be wary of that. And then here we have the bathroom downstairs with a bathtub, shower combination, and yeah, just a hamper, and it's just your basic bathroom basically. And then when we move upstairs, we have the landing area, and then this is the other bathroom that I didn't record, but it only has a shower, a sink, and a toilet, and also a hamper, which I actually forgot to place hampers in the bedrooms. But I mean, there's hampers in the laundry room and hampers in the bathrooms, so I think that I should be fine there. But anyway, this is the master bedroom. I like the color scheme in here. I think it's very bright and cozy. It's a little bit outdated. Well, not outdated, but definitely a little bit more traditional looking. And yeah, it's nothing special, just a dresser and a chair and a mirror. And then here we have the teens bedroom, which is a little bit more on the colorful side of things. Oh my goodness, the camera is going crazy up here, probably because of the roofing situation or something. I don't know. But yeah, this is the teens bedroom. They have their own like desk situation. There's also some orange pops of color in this bedroom, which I really enjoy, and some blues as well. I like this bedroom a lot. I think it's very cozy. And then on this side, we have the kids' bedroom, which is also very cluttered and kind of messy. They really like cats, also dogs, but they're very much into just cats, animals, whatever, and into reading as well. A couple of school projects up here. And yeah, then that is basically it for the house. So let's take a look at how much this house actually costs. Almost 187,000 simoleons. That's an excessive amount of money. But hey, it's fine. If you're playing with money cheats, then you're fine and good to go. If you're not playing with money cheats, you are gonna have to save up for this house. I'm sorry. But yeah, that's going to be it for this video. So I really hope that you enjoyed this house. If you want to download it off the gallery, you can definitely go ahead and do so. My username on the gallery is Simmarysims. You can also follow me on Twitter and on Instagram if you'd like. My username on there is Simmarysims as well. So I just want to say thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you all in my next build. Bye!